We are hiring. This is going to be OTR position.
All right, truck drivers, this one is for you. Today, what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be calling, pretending like I'm a driver, and I'm going to call to inquire about a trucking position. There are a lot of BS trucking jobs out there, and I've made videos on them, and I've commented on some of their postings. I've seen some horrible postings. Two things you gotta look out for that for me are red flags. Obviously, number one, I hate when I see the sign-on bonus. I know you might think it's a great thing, but it's actually not. It actually means that the company has a lot of vacancies and they're giving sign-on bonuses to people that will come in, and usually over the phone they're gonna say, oh, you know, it's only valid for the next couple of days. They really wanna lure you in. Now, a company that is giving a sign-on bonus is a problematic company, in my opinion, again, and the reason for that is because they have a lot of vacancies, and if they have a lot of vacancies, it usually means something's wrong with either the safety score, or they cannot recruit drivers, their rate per mile is horrible, or they're paying commission. All right, let's talk about the kind of jobs that I'm looking for as a truck driver. Number one, I want a salary-based job. So I would like to know I'm getting paid $80, $90, $100,000 a year annually in order to be a truck driver. I'm very happy with that arrangement. Run me for my 70 hours and let me go home and sleep and reset and then back them on the road again. So if I can't find that salary-based position, I would like an hourly-based position. And if I can't find that hourly-based position, then I'm gonna go into a cents per mile position. The last thing that I wanna hear anybody doing out there is working under gross revenue. As a company driver, that is a recipe for disaster. And the reason for that is because when freight rates are an all-time low, you need to understand that you're working for less than 50 cents per mile. And I've done a separate video just on that topic alone. I found one company that I'd like to call. Now, another thing, guys, out there, for you guys out there, I've created a free tool kit for every single one of you. Okay, now this toolkit has every single question that you should be asking the recruiter. All right, you probably don't want to ask them the whole 100 questions that I have on this list, but again, this list is free for anybody out there that's looking for a position. I'll link it down below. Just download it. It's a free PDF for anyone out there that is going to be looking for a job. All you got to do is, when you're calling the recruiter, just go through this kit just like I am doing today on this phone call. So let's give it a try. Let's call this one company that I found in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, good. I'm inquiring about one of your driver positions that I saw an ad for or posting.
Okay. We are hiring. This is going to be OTR position, all 48 states, no New York City, but we will go to New York State.
Got it.
We pay 60 cents per mile for empty and loaded miles the same.
Okay.
Did you have a question?
Where's the home base?
So we are located in Elk Grove Village, Illinois, right outside of Chicago, but we hire from all 48 states. Besides California, we rarely go to.
Now, am I able to take the truck home if I live in Cleveland?
Yes, yeah, you can take the truck home. And it's going to be 2 weeks out, 2 days home.
So I have to work for 2 weeks and then 2 days home.
Correct.
Okay. And how many miles do I get dispatched?
So on the average, we're going to be driving about 2,800 to 3,000 miles per week.
Now, is it forced dispatched?
Yes, for the company drivers it is.
It is forced. Got it. So again, the rate per mile, you said is 60 cents per mile?
Yes, 60.
60 cents per mile, okay. Now, is there any safety bonuses, or is there any, like, anything on top of the 60 cents, or no?
Yes, for the good roadside inspections that you get stopped by the DOT officer. For the level 1, we get $300. For level 2, $200, and for level 3, $100.
Got it. Okay. Now, do I need to do my own pickups and deliveries, or do you guys have yards where you have loaded trailers?
No, it's going to be live loading, offloading. So you will not be picking up loaded trailers.
Got it. Now, you guys pay practical miles or hub miles?
From zip to zip.
From zip to zip. Okay. Now, is the truck assigned to me, or is there slip seating?
It's going to be assigned to you. Unless you're going to take more than 7 days of vacation, that's when you will have to bring it back here, and if you're going to have somebody to go on that truck, then you're going to be, move to a different one. But if you're just taking the time off to go home, you're going to stay with the same truck.
Got it. When it comes to the shop or breakdowns, how does that work with your company?
So the breakdowns, if there is something that cannot be, if you cannot drive the truck, if it's unsafe, then you do not bring it to our office because we have our own shop, then you're going to be repairing the truck on the road. So we will look for the shop in your area, and then you're going to stay in the hotel. We're going to pay for the hotel stay. But if it's something that could be repaired in Elko Village, we would just dispatch you here so that way we can take a look at the truck. If it's expensive kind of repair, we're going to give you sub units for the time being. If it's a quick fix, then obviously you're just going to stay in the hotel. Then you're going to go back on the road once the truck is ready to go.
Awesome. Okay, great. So I'm just gonna, go online, just do a few more checks, and I'll give you a call back. And you guys do a road test when I arrive there, or how does the orientation work?
Yeah, it's going to be training obviously with the EOV system. We're going to sign some documents, policies. Road test. We're going to check your truck, do the pre-trip inspection, make sure that everything is good. Meet with the dispatcher.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so I really got to give it to her. She was extremely patient. I have to say that with the amount of questions that I had for her, now I only put here a limited amount of questions, but I actually asked her about 50 or 60 different questions on the phone call. Not once did I hear the humming and the mumming and the her being fed up with me. She answered every single one of my questions, and I have to say, I am extremely impressed with the way she handled that phone call. I don't know if I would have the patience to answer all these questions, but she did a great job answering it. Now, one of the things that I loved about the call is that she did not sugarcoat anything. She told me the way that it is. She told me how their after hours works. I mean, you heard the call. I went through a gazillion things, and all these things you're gonna find in my free toolkit for every single one of you truck drivers out there. Use it, download it. If you like it, great. You want to use a part of it, use a part of it. You want to use just some of the questions, use some of the questions. Am I missing any questions? Put them down below so I can add it and help other truck drivers. I also found that a lot of the recruiters that are posting out there are not picking up their phones, and it drives me bananas because they're spending tens of thousands of dollars on marketing to get truck drivers, but it actually took me 4 or 5 different phone calls to get somebody to pick up the phone. Now, when you're seeing an ad, okay, if there's no phone number, if there's no company name, and if there's no address of where they're located, that kind of gives me red flags, and it kind of makes me want to go on to the next posting. If a posting does not have the company name on it, there's something wrong with that company. If the posting doesn't have a direct phone number where I can call, to talk to somebody, there's something wrong with that. So just so you all know, I did end up calling Ina back, and I asked Ina if it was okay for me to use her and mention her company name in the video, and she gave me a thumbs up. She said I could. So it's TAK Trucking out of Elk Grove Village, Illinois. That was the lady that was on the phone. That was the lady that I was very impressed with, and I told her that in my phone call with her. So thank you so much, and recruiters actually need to learn from her on how to answer people's questions. So guys, I talk a lot about red flags within our industry, and I have to say this is the first green flag that I've seen in a while. So amazing job to that recruiter over there. I'm Ronen. Hopefully you learned something from this video. I'll catch you in my next one.